I really learned my driving of Porsches with Hurley, which was amazing because I'll never forget.
What a better teacher.
Yeah. Well, it's like
Hurley taught me how to drive the Porsche around the track properly.
The first time I'll never forget this. I was about 15 or 16, and I got in with Hurley in the 91 supercar, which you guys have seen, 965, and we go on Roebling Road, and we go out, and my dad's like, just ride with Hurley, and do a couple laps with him. You can see kind of what he does, and I'm like, all right. And we come out of the pits. We go, the first lap's kind of soft, and come out of 11 under the straightaway there, and it's like Hurley's just full out. And I'll never forget. I mean, he's full throttle, full boost. He's driving. He's got his arm on the windowsill here, and he's holding the wheel here, like on the left side with one hand, and he's adjusting his mirror. We're doing like 140, and I'm like, oh my god, like what's going? And I'm like kind of sitting there as a kid. I'm like looking at him, and Hurley's just like looking around, and he's
like, is he looking at the road?
I'm like, what? He must know it's something. And we come down to the brake markers, and it's like the 3 marker, the 2 marker, and it was probably between the 1 and the 2. Which is really late, at least for me. I'm not a pro racer.
Of course.
And I look down, and Hurley takes both of his feet. I'll never forget this. And he has both of his feet on the brake pedal at once. I mean, just jammed them. And heel toe, blip, and threw that thing into a turn. And that was when I first realized, I'm like, oh my god, like this is crazy.
Yes,
I mean,
what it takes.
Even in like the open wheel
this is
stuff.
how you drive a car like this.
Yeah, and I mean, it was the first time I'd ever really been in any type of car violently. I'd ridden in street cars around there with my dad, and that's a whole different ballgame.
Yeah.
But to get in an actual supercar or the supercar champion IMSA car and have him throw that thing around, it was amazing. So after that, I got it was a 924 race car that was actually the Brumos school car, and they kind of converted to my race car. It was a momentum car. It wasn't fast, but at 16, I was blessed to be able to race that.
Yeah. And it probably taught you a lot too.
It did,
like as far as like taking your lines and not being overpowered. You're not overpowering the track.
Absolutely, especially a track like Roebling. It's such a momentum track. So I really got the feel for that car, which was a front engine car, and then I went from that to a 914 4-cylinder open top car, which was also kind of a momentum car, and that was until 17 or 18, and then I finally got to share my dad's race car, my dad and Hurley's race car.
That's cool.
With me, which is the one that was just in Atlanta.
Yeah.
And that was that car's got a big hot motor in it, Hewland gearbox, and I mean, I'll never forget the first time that he said, "Hey, just take my car out." I said, "Are you kidding me?" And I pulled out of the pits. It was Roebling again, and I mean, I remember thinking, it's not running right. It was like under 5,000 RPMs. I had my foot down. It was, it was jolting. It was like, and it hit like 5,000, 5,500, and it just came on.
Yeah.
And I was like, whoa. Okay, I'm in a real race car now.
Exactly.
And then I started.
It's like, it's not happy below 5,000. Yeah. That's why it was doing that.
And then I never wanted to drive any of the other cars again. And I actually sold my the 914. Brian Johnson from AC/DC, his wife races it now.
Okay.
And I think they've got a 6.
That's really cool.
Yeah, Brian used to be at the track a lot.
Yeah.
He's a big racer, and he's an awesome guy.
Yeah. He lives Anastasia. He's not too far away, right?
Yep. And he was always a hoot. My dad always had a trip. It was always a trip when he'd come around.
We're on race, yeah.
Come around, he'd have a drink in his hand. I'd be like, hey,
exactly.
Racetrack.
Exactly.
We're doing this.
You're like, he's a rock star. It's fine.
He's a rock star. Definitely a rock star.